Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today, I want to talk about a little known, relatively new watch company called Krayon. The guy behind it, who started it and made these incredible watches, a guy named Rémi Maillat. And I think he worked for Cartier and some other ones before, but anyway, he's a relatively young guy who started this company. And he has, well, there's really three models, but two of them I think are the most important. The third model is sort of like combination of the others, and he has two different really incredible movements. The only problem is his watches are extremely expensive. This one, there's the two main ones are called the Anywhere and Everywhere. Uh, the Anywhere runs on a caliber called CO30. Uh, has a power reserve of 86 hours. It's hand wound. It has a frequency of 3 hertz. That's my favorite, or almost my favorite. And it's got hours and minutes, sunrise and sunset times, 24-hour display. You can see the 24-hour display. At the top it says midday, at the bottom it says midnight, over at 3 o'clock it says 6 p.m., at 9 o'clock it says 6 a.m. So there's your 24 hours. It's got stop work in it. To me, that I guess is important to some people, not to me, but still. It's really an excellent watch. This particular one is 18 karat rose gold. Now, the other one is called the Everywhere, and the caliber name is called USS for Universal Sunrise and Sunset. This one is 18 karat white gold. Uh, these again, this one's 3 hertz, 21,600 semi oscillations per hour, 72-hour reserve on it. It's got a quick setting mechanism. I'm not quite sure what that is. Over at 8 o'clock, there's a little pusher. It could have something to do with that. It's automatic winding, 22 karat gold micro rotor in it. We'll take a look at that in a second. It's got, again, this one has 24-hour display. And again, it's around just inside the bezel. Minutes, date, month calculation, display of sunrise and sunset, based on the latitude. It depends where you are. Latitude, longitude, and time zone. Really an amazing watch. Daylight duration. It's got central minutes, hours. Sunrise, sunset times on peripheral disc. The date at 6 o'clock. I was the date you can see January, February, and then you got your little 31 days of the month on a subdial down there. Longitude and UTC at 12 o'clock. UTC is the same thing as Greenwich Mean Time, or pretty close to it. I mean, this watch is amazing. Now, the only one I found for a price was 600,000 Swiss francs, which is about, I don't know, $640 or something like that. They're very, very expensive. Now, in looking at, this is the caliber 30 CO30, and it's hand wound. And what he has on the back, you can see he has these little screws. The ones that I have little lines to them is one is for the longitude time zone for sunset. Another is for latitude for sunset and sunrise. And the final one down on the bottom is longitude time zone for sunrise. You can set it to wherever you are. That's why it's called the Anywhere, because if you're really into that, and have lots of money, you can have one of these. Here's the USS caliber, the Universal Sunrise and Sunset caliber. You can see what a beauty this is with that little gold rotor in it. And they've done a pretty good job. I've always complained about having micro rotors because they tend to make the balance wheel smaller. I like bigger balance wheels because they have more stability. Well, what this one is set up, so you get a little wider watch, and so this micro rotor goes above the balance wheel, and you can see it there in the top picture, how it's just one level up on that. Uh, anyway, now granted that these watches are extremely expensive, and some watches like these, like the ones made by Roger Smith and Kari Vuitton and FP Joint, some of these really top-notch watchmakers, Gerbel and Forsey, they're 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 out of sight for most of us. But what one thing we can do, we can get an idea of what's in these. And what I did, I couldn't afford anything like that, but not too long ago, I bought a Longines that had the sunrise and sunset and the equation of time. I didn't do it as quite as fancy as these, but hey, it was a neat function that I found at looking at watches like this. So anyway, I'd be very interested to hear what you think about this. And if you happen to have one, I would love to hear from you. And it's an opportunity to subscribe if you'd like. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.